Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be installing these airbags into our Pajero, so we finally get the chance to test these out, show you what they like, and also to show you what the difference is before and after when you hook up the Caravan. So like always, we have these on our website, so if you're keen to check it out, make sure to jump onto budget4by4life.com. But without further ado, let's get into the installation process. Perfect, so this is what you have in the kit, guys, is the two bags and then these little brackets. So these ones I believe will go at the bottom, these ones will go at the top because it's coil springs. You've got your wiring, your bags, so we went with the Kevlar sleeves just for added protection, so you can either buy it with or without the Kevlar sleeves, and you can also buy it as a raised option. So if you have like a 2-inch lift, you buy the raised one, but if it's a standard Pajero, you can just buy the standard airbags. So that's pretty good to know. Just some cable ties and then your inflation and deflation valves. So that's about it, guys. So main reason why we went with airbags instead of like a heavier coil spring is because if you go a heavier coil spring, if you unhook the bearing, it's going to be a very uncomfortable ride unless you have like a constant weight in the back, then it might help a bit. However, we have 150 kilo springs in the back. The Caravan, when it's hitched on, it does sag about 2 centimeters or 20 mil. So that's where these bags will come in, just to raise it that 20 mil, just so the Caravan is nice and even, and then you'll also have that stability, which is great. Just a quick little note as well, we also went with this optional. So this is a tube cutter, so if you want to make your tubes shorter, you can just cut it with this. It just makes sure it's nice and straight, so there's no leaks coming through from the air and that sort of thing. And then just this little bracket, which we're gonna hook onto our 12-volt trailer plug. So yeah, without further ado, let's now get into it. Perfect, so that's what you want to do first, is use your bottle jack to jack up the left tire or the right tire, doesn't matter. Get the wheel off, and then you take the trolley jack, go to the middle of the car, jack it up, and then release the bottle jack, just so you have the full flex of the spring. The bigger gaps you have, the better it will be for you and easier to get this bag into the coil. So now let's install the first bag. Awesome, so make sure you put on the bag first, and obviously this is the right way up. Just want to make sure the inflation is at the bottom. Right, so it's going to go in like this. Now just take this tube, press it in at the bottom. There you go, there was a little click. Alright, so I assume that's good. Yep, it feels nice and secure. So now let's move into the coil. Alright, so you got the big one and you got the small one. So the small one is at the bottom. So what you want to do is press it in like that. Alright, and then it will sit flush like that. There we go. Same with the bottom, I'm in the top one, so just slide it through. And make sure the flat surface is where the bag's gonna hit, right? So there we go. Alright, that was nice and easy. Right, so it turns out actually you don't have to do it that way. You can put the bag in first without this, and then just line it up over there, and then you can push the pipe in. That's much simpler. So yeah, just do that method. So as you can see, that's now plugged in again, nice and stable. And then what you want to do is just make sure the bag is nice and round. So just give it a whirl like this, so it inflates a bit. There you go. Right, so that should be good. Awesome. So that's the first bag done. Now we just need to decide where we're going to run the wires. Awesome, so to save yourself the hassle of wiring through all the wires, what you're going to do is just half it and then just cut it, because one side's left, one side's right. So you might as well just make it a bit shorter from the get-go. So use the cutter, just gonna chuck it there, boom, and that's it, that's half cut. So you can leave this aside for the other side. Awesome, so what you're gonna do is with the wiring, plug it into the bag, push it through the hole, then you just follow it upwards with the shock. Make sure you zip tie it to the upper control arm, in that way it's nice and out of the way. Then you make sure to come around the shock tower, I would call it, or the strut tower, okay? And then you just go along the fuel tank or the chassis, and then you just make sure you zip tie it along the way, away from the exhaust as well, so it doesn't melt. And then, yep, just feed it through here till it reaches the 12-pin plug over here. And then that's the left side done. So here we go, this is now the bracket that we're going to be installing right here on top of this Anderson plug, and then the valves will sit something like that there, and then it's perfect to inflate and deflate them. So yeah, nice and easy, perfect. So here's the valve, so just push it in, it's nice and locked in. Alright, make sure the washer is in there as well. That's applied. Push it through, washer over that one, and then the nut. Beautiful. And there you go. So now we're just going to tighten that up, but that's what it's going to look like. And then the last piece of the puzzle is just the end bit, right? So it just screws on to seal it. But it's also a very clever design. So at the back here, you can, once you unscrew it and you want to deflate the tires, all you got to do is just turn it around, and it's designed so it can take that little valve out on the inside. So you're just going to make it like this, and then it's just going to deflate. And then you just tighten it up again if you want to inflate it. So yeah, that is pretty cool. We're now just going to do the other side quickly, and then we'll show you guys like a once over what we did, and then we're going to test them. So exciting times. Awesome guys, well it's a new day here, so we're now going to show you while the sun is out what the result is of these airbags. So currently we are 35 psi in the bags, and I'll tell you the quick measurements what it was before. So before, on the left hand side, it used to sit on 51 mil from the center of the wheel to the guard, and it's now back at 54, and on this side it used to sit at 53, and it's now also back to 54. And interestingly, I had a measure at the front of the car as well, and that's also 54, so that means the car is now dead even. So that is pretty awesome, and it's only on 35 psi. So once we load the car up even further in the back here, we can go 40 psi, 45 psi, which is great. But anyway guys, for all of you guys interested to buying these airbags through our website, make sure to chuck this code in at checkout and you can save some dollars, and we appreciate all the support. If you have any questions, make sure to ask us in the comment section and we'll get to you right there. But yeah, for now, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.